Having been an elite level athlete and being married to an Olympic gold medalist, I understand what elite level sport's all about. My first experience with Paralympic sport was at the 1988 Paralympic Games, and when I was there I saw two groups of athletes. There were those athletes who felt they deserved to be there because they had a disability. I was a bit disappointed in their attitude. And then there was a group of athletes who just wanted to be the best they could be, but really didn't have the understanding and knowledge of what was required. Having observed that and realising that I could make a difference, I was hooked. I realised that this was a group of athletes that were just thirsty for knowledge, and then beginning to work at the Australian Institute of Sport gave me the opportunity to lay the foundation for an elite level program that led to having the most successful athletics team at the Sydney 2000 Games, where 35 gold medals were won by our team. So it was a decade process of understanding and putting in place systems that ensured that athletes who wanted to be successful could be successful. I never considered myself as a salesperson, always as a teacher of sorts. And then it hit me going into Sydney that my whole professional life I'd been a salesperson. I was selling the concept of success to athletes, I was selling the challenge of coaching to people who'd never coached, and I was selling the concept of Paralympic excellence to people who wanted to listen. So any chance I get to talk to coaches, administrators, anybody about the most wonderful product in the world, which is athletes trying to reach their success, then yeah, I'll go out and sell that product any day. Am I a motivator? I don't think I'm a motivator. Motivation comes from within, but what my role is to sell people this idea that if you find the right environment, you can be successful. So yeah, I love the product that I get to work with, and I love selling it, and I don't think we do enough selling of what we do. So yes, are we teachers? Are we motivators? I don't think so. We are salespeople, and I want to share my vision. And why do people become embraced with what we're doing? Well, because they can see that I'm passionate about what I do. They can see that I have a vision, and once people share in your vision, they come on board, and that's a simple sales technique, having people embrace what you're on, trying to buy in. So the more people buy into what we do, the stronger as an organisation we'll be across the world, and the better off our children will be who don't have all the opportunities that they could have. There are two key factors that I consider important when dealing with athletes with disabilities or people with disabilities at whatever age, at whatever level. The first is simply an attitude. If you have the right attitude and you want people to come on board, then they can clearly see from your approach to them, from your approach to what they're doing, to the approach to the business that you're in, that if you've got the right attitude, then they're in an environment that they feel safe and secure. And the second part of that is the environment, the physical environment where people can participate and go about their daily business, whether it be work, whether it be school, whether it be physical activity. Can they get access, and all those sorts of things are really important. So it's two things, attitude and physical environment, and if you create the environment and create a positive attitude, and all of your staff and people working in that environment have a really good attitude to this is just about people, then you can't help but be successful. You will have people flocking to you, because word of mouth is by far the best way of letting people know what you're about, and if you do it well, people will talk about it and they will come to you because you've got the right attitude and you have the environment for them to be successful. My philosophy on speaking at community groups is very simple. Everybody should have the opportunity to reach their potential. So I can get out there and explain that children with limitations, children who have trauma through their life, adolescents that have trauma through their life, let them know that opportunities are available to them, then I think it's something I should be doing with my background and experience and the athletes that I've worked with. So it's a real honour to go and talk about the athletes that are out there, and if I can challenge people to open their minds and broaden their horizons, if I can share a vision with a parent who's brought up a child who has a disability, or parents of a child that's had a trauma, then I should be doing that, and I have a responsibility for our community to do that, to let them know that every kid has a chance to participate in sport and recreation. We have to find the pathways for them to do that, and that's what I think we should be doing. I've been very fortunate to be in an environment where I can create the opportunity for people to be successful. We need that opportunity at community level so that kids can just get involved with sport and do the things that kids love doing, and that is playing.